Wolkom. My name is Amarinske and today I'll bring you a Frisian Friday about the Alve stædentocht, or the tour of the 11 cities. This is a very well-known event in the Netherlands. It started out as an ice skating tour past the 11 cities of Friesland. Cities in air quotes because most of the cities aren't really cities by regular city right or city norms. Some of them haven't got more than like 3 roads or avenues or whatever you want to call it. They are very, very tiny, but most of those cities were important trading posts a long time ago, and that's why you can also see in the map in the next slide that a lot of the cities are actually positioned on the water, because Frisians used to be very much water trading people. And it also makes sense because the rest of the province was for a huge part moors and swamps, which is not really the best place to live in. The tour is about 200 kilometers long through mostly the west of the province. The first one was organized in 1909 and the last one in 1997. I think it might be already obvious, but it needs to freeze a whole lot, like a lot of frost for at least 1 or 2 weeks, depending on how much it freezes, for the ice to become thick enough and strong enough. And the more people who take part in the event, the stronger the ice needs to be, of course, because the ice needs to then to carry more people. And the harshest one was in 1963. There is a movie made about it. It's called The Hell van 63. The translated title would be The Hell of 63. And that was the case because there was a lot of snow ice and a lot of doubt about if the tour would actually go on or not, because the ice at some places was borderline too weak or strong enough. In the end, it was strong enough, but the weather on the day of the tour was so terrible that it decided to cancel it and get everyone off the ice. But some people still managed to finish, at least in the movie, and I think since that is based on real events, probably those people in the movie also finished the tour for real. Somehow they managed to get stamps and empty stamp posts, and in the movie they show a little bit about how they did it, but it's not always very, very clear to me. So let's go and show the map right now. One of the oldest maps, but also a very clear map of the route. Of course, you see a couple of cities who are more in the lands, like Leeuwarden. It originally was positioned along a sea or an inlet, but that has been dry for a long time. But there are more places that are not necessarily positioned directly on the water, but a lot of them are, or in the past have been extremely close to water because they were trading posts. So let's get on to the actual route and the order in which we start in the capital of the province, Leeuwarden, or Leeuwarden. The left is the Dutch name, the right is the Frisian name. It goes for all the cities. Then we go to Sneek, or in Frisian Snits, Eilst, or Driels. This one I think differs the most and is the most confusing for people who try to bilingually learn the names of the cities. Then we go to Sloten, or Sleet, which is almost a literal translation. It means something. Then we go to Stavoren, or Stadem, Hindelopen, or Hielpen, Workum, or Warkum, Bolsward, or Bolzert, Harlingen, or Haas, Franeker, or Frencher, Dokkum, which is the same in Frisian and Dutch, And then we come to Leeuwarden again, or Leeuwarden. The current time, we have more than only an ice skating tour because as I said in the beginning, the last ice skating tour actually took place in 1997, which is a long time ago. And since then, I think it has been close to one, maybe once or twice. So the last one is more than 20 years ago. But we have other events. For example, there is one by bike with old-timers, so cars, motorcycles. You can walk it. That takes multiple days, and the ice skating tour and the other ones all take about a day. You can row it. Usually these ones are competitions except for the walking, I think. You can also do it on a step scooter, and there are special arrangements for tourists who want to see all the places and want to go past the 11 cities. And technically, if you plan it really, really well, you could do it by train too, but then you cannot make the circle. You have to go back to Leeuwarden for most of the times. That was it for this very short Frisian Friday. Thank you for watching and on